Okay, so today we're going to talk about whey protein. What is the best protein? I mean, I've had the shop for about 17 years, and before that, I was selling protein in the gym. So I think I'm quite a good candidate for doing this little survey because I've pretty much tried them all. The only thing about protein is obviously there's different quality. When we start looking at isolate and we start looking at like hydrolyzed, obviously they're much better quality protein. What I'm trying to look at is a good all-rounder, a good whey concentrate, one that's good value for money, one that tastes good, one where the texture's good, where you get plenty of servings for your money. That's what we're going to look at. So obviously when people say to me, they ask me, what is the best protein? I mean, obviously, we've got ones like Gold Standard, which is it's a fantastic protein. The reason why I don't have it is because I like to mix my protein with oats, and I like it to be a bit more creamy, as where this one mixes very fine. So if you like one that mixes very, very fine, then obviously this is very, very good. It's certainly if you want it as just a drink. It is obviously dearer. We have one again very similar, which is the Dymatize, a brilliant protein, tastes amazing. Again, mixes really well, but much dearer. For me, doesn't mix so well with the oats. As a drink, it's absolutely fantastic. So if you're just having a protein drink and you want a high quality protein drink, then Gold Standard and Dymatize, definitely. Okay, so most of the proteins are sort of like a blend to a degree. If ever you look on the back, you'll see it's like concentrate and it's got isolate, but it's the amount of isolate and hydrolyzed they have in there. Some are more primarily concentrate, some are more isolate, some are, so there's different degrees of quality. And like I said, what I want to get to today is a protein that's a good everyday all-rounder. Now let's look at some from the past. In the past, I used to have what was called ProPeptide by CMP, but it was more like a slow release protein. It mixes with oats. It was amazing. It was nice and creamy. It was great. And looking back now, CMP was way ahead of its time. They did some brilliant supplements back then, and it's only now that I realised how good they actually were. But here's a few old ones for you. Firstly, one that I used to drink was Reflex. It's good, it tastes good, it mixes well, it was good value for money, but obviously new proteins come out and it just sort of, got left behind maybe a little bit, but still to this day, I will still drink Reflex. It's a good protein. Let's look at another one that's absolutely amazing. The flavour, very difficult to beat on flavour, mixes well, and again, Syntha 6, brilliant protein. Doesn't sell quite so much now as what it used to, but and the thing about this is it only has 48 servings in it. That's the only thing, but tastes absolutely fantastic. It's only a 1.78 kilo tub, quite decent value for money, but like I said, the thing about that is the flavour. It's fantastic, hard to beat on flavour. So I've pretty much, like I said, been through them all. We could be all day here going through all the different brands. There's obviously top brands, there's the new brands that are coming out all the time. But there is one which I personally think is the best all-rounder. One that tastes amazing, one that has a great variety of flavours, one that mixes well, the texture's good, the price is good, the amount of servings you get are good, and that for me is Cytec. Now Cytec, if you mix that with oats, it mixes amazing. It's nice and creamy. It's just the way I like it. Now, not everyone's going to like this. Like I said, this is my own personal opinion. Like I said, we could go for a million proteins. Back in the day, there was like Cymex mixed quite well. That went well with oats. But this one for me is, like I said, you get a lot of servings. The price is very, very good. There's a massive variety of flavours. Like I said, the texture is excellent. It's not like grainy, which some of them can be. So for me, the winner of the best all-round protein for me personally is Cytec. So yeah, some people will disagree with that. Not everyone likes it, but most people that come into my shop, it's very rare that they come back and say they didn't like the flavours. And like I said, value for money, it's one of the best. Obviously, we've got a lot of online proteins which I've tried, like MyProtein. MyProtein, it is what it is. It's an internet, sort of a cheaper sort of like internet brand. I tried it. It's okay, but it's nothing great. Obviously, I wouldn't say it's as good. Certainly nowhere near as Cytec. Looking at other proteins that there are, I mean, there's just so many. I mean, we could go on. I mean, Critical Whey, you know, by Applied, that's quite a nice protein. Again, most of them are very good as drinks. None of them are really bad these days. Like I said, if ever you try them, it's very rare you're going to drink one like years ago and go, it's disgusting. They're very, very good. The reason why I like Cytec is simply because, like I said, it mixes so well with oats. So if you do want it with oats, I can't see how anyone could mix better than Cytec. Like I said, it's not too runny, it's not too thick, it just mixes nice and creamy, the consistency is nice, it's good value for money. And that's the reason why I personally like it. But like I said, as a drink, if you try any of them, they're all going to be good. Biotech do a good whey. They also do their ISO Whey Zero, which I can see there on the shelf. That's a brilliant protein. There's so many, but for me, the winner on the protein is Cytec. And in the next video, we're going to look at pre-workouts. We're going to do like all the supplements of which ones I personally think are the best. So, and it'd be good to hear your comments. I would like to know which one you prefer, which one you think your favourite is. And also subscribe, and you'll see the new videos coming on the other supplements coming in, and we'll speak to you soon.